What's up, YouTube? It's a beautiful day. Spring is finally here. I figured I'd get out into the shop and see if I couldn't figure out what's going on with the 400. When we rode the other day, it either jumped time or got trash in the carb. I'm hoping it's just trash in the carburetor, but it's more than likely out of time. And if that's the case, then we're gonna go ahead and just replace everything with Wiseco, bottom end, top end, all the way up, and be done with it. If you remember, at the end of last year, the 400 was out of commission for a while. We redone the entire top end at that time. Ever since I got this thing, we've had problems with the head gasket leaking. It doesn't matter what we've tried, gasket wise, torque specs on the head bolts, it doesn't matter. It still leaks. You can see where it's leaked all over the engine and the frame right there. We replaced the top end, the head, and the valve cover, the valves, valve springs, basically everything in the top end from the cylinder up is brand new. Polished out the exhaust ports a little bit, didn't really mess with the intake. We're running a uni air filter on it, and got the lid off the air box because we've got a pretty big jet in the carb. And anyway, while we had it tore down, if you watched any of the videos from before that time, whenever we first got it in our first videos, the rear end was narrow. The front end had already been worked on. I'll get to that in a second. But we needed to replace the rear bearing carrier on it. So we did that. Went ahead and got a new adjustable rear axle to get it out as wide as the front end. And it rides better like it is, but it's still, as you can see on the front end of it, when we bought this thing, the guy had done some modifications to the front end. This is not something that I've done. I know that these brackets that are right here that extend the A-arm out, there used to be kits available. I believe it was High Lifter that made them actually, but they have come in and welded these little supports to the frame, and I don't know if it's worth cutting them off and getting long travel to put on it because of the welding that's been done to it. I'm not sure how weak it is. At some point we're probably just going to get a new frame and build it up, but until then we're going to try to patch this thing together and get it to ride as long as we can. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull the seat off and take the carb off and get it cleaned out and see if I can't get it back running, at least well enough to tell for sure if it's jump time. I don't want to pull that top end back off unless I got to. I'm sick of doing it. I've done it so many times. But anyway, I'm going to clean out the carb, see if it runs. If it still runs like it did before, then I'm about 99% sure it's jump time, in which case we will pull the motor out and completely rebuild it from the bottom up. Wiseco crank, bearings, piston rings, rod, cylinder, everything's going to be Wiseco. From what I've researched online, that's about the most dependable brand to get. The Chinese kits, from what I understand, don't last long. That may be the reason that I'm having the problems that I am with the head gasket leaking. I'm thinking that might be a cheap Chinese cylinder and piston that's on it now. And you know, I know the machining on those things is not worth a crap, so I'm guessing that's probably what it is. I think that when I put the Wiseco cylinder and piston and everything in it, it will take care of our leaking issues. But we'll see. In the meantime, let me tear this thing down and see if we can't get it to fire up well enough to know exactly what's wrong with it. Get back to you then. Okay, so I got the carb off. and the breather was still on fine. Everything was tight. Getting fuel out the petcock, and when I mashed the throttle, let's see if I can get this here and hold it where you can actually see. But when I mash the throttle, you can see the gas shoot out the front of the carb. So we're not having any problems getting fuel. So I guess she has jump time. Not terribly surprised. We kind of anticipated it was coming. The Wiseco stuff was already a thought before this happened. You know, it was something we were planning on doing. We just hoped that it would be a little longer before we'd have to. But nonetheless, it's got to be done. So the 400 is going to be down again for a little while. I'm going to try to go ahead and get the parts as soon as possible to fix it. Hopefully within the next week we can order the parts to fix this. And I should be able to snatch the motor off and throw it back together and get everything ready to go again in just a couple of days. So I'm hoping we're not going to be down for more than just a couple of weeks. In the meantime, I've got a subscriber's 03 TRX 500 FA Rubicon that I've had to replace the timing chain and oil pump chain on, and I'm waiting on a couple of parts for the top end to come in. Take me probably a day or so to get that one out of here, and then I can go ahead and pull the 400 up in that spot and pull the motor and everything out and get started on it. So got some plans for the Raptor 2. Looking to widen it out. New graphics kit hopefully coming pretty soon. You know, depending on how long it takes us to actually get done with the 400 and get it back riding, I may hold off on the stuff for this until then. Just kind of have to wait and see. But I'm gonna still be trying to put out some more of the music videos. Probably riding just the Raptor. Y'all actually seem to like the music videos the best. When I look at the analytics, the music videos all have between 60 and 95% view duration. So you know, if that's what y'all like, then that's what we'll do. Y'all gotta let us know something in the comments. I'll look at the analytics and try to figure out what you guys want. Just give us a comment. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Tell us what you'd like to see us do. You know, any kind of feedback's good feedback. Even if you don't like what we're doing, that's okay too. You know, everybody's got their own opinion, and I don't expect everybody to like us, but we're doing what we can. We're trying to grow, and we need your help to do that. So if you like what we're doing, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it. We already put this in a lot of groups on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram. We're linked to YouTube on our Instagram. That's at Offroad Outlaws 2018 on Instagram, and Facebook. You can search my name, Mac Oliver, and find me on there. But we're going to keep doing what we do. Eventually it'll catch on. So thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.